Hi, I'm Alexa, and you're watching Cassette Media. Hi, I'm Alexa, and I'm here with the boys from ANARCHY on Air.
I'm Ben.
I'm Ben also, that's weird.
I might be Josh.
You may
Actually,
be Josh.
Okay, you got it right. Now you got your names. Good.
Sort it out.
All awake this morning?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So you're the radio presenters of ANARCHY on Air. Tell me a bit about that. Like, how did you start that off?
I guess it all started. I was just flicking through my Community Times, good source of information, the Community Times, and there was just an advertisement for just a whole bunch of different specialty shows for Twin Cities, which is obviously 89.7, which is the station that we're on. And one of them was just a punk/hardcore show, and basically just made contact with them and said, look, I know about the music, I don't know anything about the radio, and said that they could teach us the radio part, and called Josh and said, look, I'm thinking about doing this, but I don't think I can do it by myself. Do you want to be involved? And that's how
3 years later.
Yeah, 3 years later. That was
3 years, wow.
January 08. That was
First show was Valentine's Day.
Oh,
very
really?
romantic.
We've been lovers ever since.
Yes, a lot of Chris Isaac played that night.
Bit of bromance going on. Soundwave's just finished, obviously, and I mean, you were pretty involved with that. What exactly did you do?
I did the national tour doing the sign intent stuff, basically just the supervisor of the sign intent, which was really awesome. I mean, obviously there was a lot of other tasks to be done throughout the period, but that was that was what I was employed for, I guess. That was my main
it was a
job.
lot of work, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it's full on.
Yeah, it was definitely full on. It was a great experience. I learned so much from it, but very full on.
And a non-stop party from what I could tell.
That's what he does.
It's what I do best. I think that was my I guess my major job was running the sign intent. My minor job was
Party
just
king.
Party king is
official
basically
Look it up.
sign intent supervisor and party king was my title.
So, what were the highlights?
I guess just sort of seeing how everything worked behind what you sort of see when you just go to the show. There's so much that goes into it. I just couldn't believe, how hard everyone works to pull something as big as that together. I obviously did it last year, and I've been involved with things like Hyper Festival and No Sleep Tool and things like that. But every time it sort of rolls around, it just seems so extraordinary that people, ordinary people can pull together something so massive.
So obviously being involved in all these things yourselves, like you would have first-hand extensive knowledge of the music scene in Australia and especially here in Perth. So, I mean, who do you think are the bands, the artists to be watching out for right now? Who's hot right now?
I know that We Are The Emergency have some really big stuff coming up this year, which is good. Obviously I've been involved with them for quite a while now, and a lot of people obviously know them. They do quite well, but they're definitely going to be taking it up that next level this year. Some of the stuff that's been put in place for them has, I think blown even their minds, which is good. Who else is Colour the Sky?
Colour the Sky.
Yeah.
I'd probably also say I Said the Sparrow, like a bunch of really bad guys, probably the worst guys you could ever meet in your life. But
Definitely.
As far as musicians go, they've got a really good future. Like just their sound alone, you can just see it really appealing to a very large market. So, and as well as All Eyes on the Sun as well,
definitely
coming through.
As I mentioned just before, Colour the Sky, they're doing some cool stuff. Obviously, a bit of lineup change just recently, but. They've got some recordings coming up later in the year, which I'm sure they'll be announcing pretty soon, and they've got some cool stuff.
What should people be going to see in the next few months? Like, who's coming to Perth?
I'm definitely keen on Emery. Emery have always been one of my favourite bands, so they're coming with We Are The Emergency, and I Said the Sparrow supporting as well, which is really cool.
And Chasing the Night.
So they're coming, I think it's the 24th of April, so definitely make sure you check those guys out.
Definitely.
There's also the Clandestine Festival on the Easter weekend as well.
Yes, definitely. It's a big weekend, that one.
Yeah,
lots of stuff going on.
Things that we are both involved with.
Yes, definitely. Lots of bands coming from over east. For Our Hero, really good guys, really cool band. The Dream, The Chase coming over as well, and obviously lots of Perth talent, which is always really good to see. Lots of brand new Perth talent as well.
Yeah, actually.
Which is
I'm
cool.
very excited for that.
Yeah, definitely. Escape the Fate are coming.
Jimmy Eat World this week.
Jimmy Eat World, yes, very keen on Jimmy Eat World.
What would you guys change about the music industry?
So much. No,
I get rid of Ben Steele. Though.
that guy is always ruining everything. I don't know. I guess sometimes there's just a bit of jealousy in some of the bands, and you know, it's never good to see.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the music industry is the music industry. You know, it's never really going to change that dramatically. It's people trying to do stuff, and you know, hopefully they're going about it the right way, and you know, if they are, then hopefully they succeed, and if they're not, then you know, not hopefully they don't, but you know, hopefully the people that are doing it for the right reasons do well.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I would like to see. You know, not necessarily change, but I'd like to see people that are doing, you know, putting in the hard yards and doing it for the right reasons do well.
Yeah, well, I agree with everything you said. Like, there's a bit of hate and people just turn up to shows just to look cool rather than obviously follow such great music and that. It's like, it's really good to see people support the musicians that are actually hard working them, like playing shows every second night and every weekend around Perth to make a name for themselves. I'd like to see more underage venues in Perth as well. Like, the kids are, like we know from ANARCHY on Air, the kids are the ones that support the most. They're the ones that they'll go out there, they'll be there every time, they know word for word your songs, even if you only play 2 shows. Like, so they're definitely the ones that need to be catered for a lot more in Perth, I think.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very true.
So what are you guys listening to at the moment?
I've been jamming the new Craig Owens project, Destroy, Rebuild, Until God Shows. That's been in my car stereo for quite a while now. I got it not so long ago, and yeah, I've been really enjoying that.
Okay, I haven't heard that.
It's extremely good.
Burn.
Yeah.
Legally,
yes. I'll download it off iTunes for you.
Thank you.
Always Amberlin. I listen to them at least a few times a week. They've always been one of my favourite bands. The new Bayside album's really good.
I'd probably say I've been listening to Bayside heaps as well. Paramore and Like Hem seem to get a steady rotation in my car. Probably Amity Affliction Youngbloods has been in there since the day it was released. There's quite a few CDs like that I just keep churning through over and over again.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming in and speaking
Welcome.
to me here at Cassette Media Boys.
Anytime.
And
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
Pushing, I'm pushing further now. Pushing, I'm pushing further